Good morning and welcome to the Agent Rundown Real Estate Coffee Talk with, I'm Angel.
I'm Andrea.
And Marie.
And first we should say happy holidays and Christmas and Hanukkah and
New Year and everything to every one of our followers.
And today we want to talk about a great topic, which is like what is the difference between rent versus buy. There's a lot of myths around renting and why people continue to rent, and why they think that they're not able to buy or why they don't want to buy. And so we want to lay some facts down to those myths. So who wants to start us off?
Well, it's definitely a tough decision. I think a big thing is there's definitely tax advantages to owning rather than renting. When you're renting, you're just tossing your money away. You're actually paying somebody else's mortgage.
Yes.
So there's tax advantages to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
And also a myth is the down payment program.
Yeah.
So
A lot of people think that you need 20% to be able to purchase any type of property, and that's just not true. I mean, there's programs that's 3%, 1%, there's 0% down.
the VA program.
The VA program,
Yes.
if you've served for our country, you have 100% financing, and there's also down payment assistance programs
Yes.
where your down payment can be gifted from somebody.
And you
completely.
don't actually have to be a first-time home buyer to qualify for that. And another big thing is I think a lot of people don't realize that there are a lot of properties in Los Angeles County that would equivalent to about the same amount as money or less or same or just right above that you're paying in rent already. I actually love that downtown even has lofts that are beautiful lofts and they're under $400,000. That's crazy, guys, to live in the city in a prime location. And I live in the valley and they're everywhere.
There's a lot. The other thing is, historically, when you rent, it takes 25.8% of your income you're putting towards rent. If you were to buy, it's only 21.2%. So think about that. A little bit less than 4% you're saving if you're owning rather than buying.
But that was
that's
historically. Yeah,
Exactly.
it's shifting.
It's shifting now. So right now, if you're renting, it's about 28.2% of your income is going to pay someone else's mortgage. If you buy now, it's down to 17.7%.
That's a huge difference.
And one thing that you mentioned is going towards somebody else's mortgage. Think about it. If you're paying $2,500, right, in rent, which is an average on the lower side too. I mean, I feel like most people find themselves spending even more than that in their rent.
Yes.
If you're paying $2,500 a month every year, that's $30,000 that you're giving away towards your living, and you'll never see it again because it's somebody else's mortgage that you're paying.
So let's talk about the fun stuff
Right.
though. So one of the things that I totally advise if you're open to doing it is starting with an investment property. So either a duplex, triplex, or even just a really nice townhouse or condo that's in a desirable area. That way you can rent out one of the parts of the property and use that as an income, which can also be included in the deciding factor if you're going to get approved for the loan or not. So that's something we can discuss. Or you could just rent out the entire thing once you're ready to leave, or just sell it. Because one of the biggest things that we want to talk about is the equity
That you build. Your own mortgage.
Yeah, and
that you
do
can
so
cash
many
out.
things with
Either invest in another real estate, property, or a business,
starting
or
your own company. There's so many options, which we'll touch on in another week. But the equity that you build is just incredible, and I think a lot of people don't realize how much easier it is to get into a home than they think. And then even the last thing I do want to say is that credit scores. A lot of people are intimidated thinking they need a perfect credit score to get approved.
Great
That's
point.
so not true.
Right.
As low as 580.
Yeah.
And so I think that there's so many more candidates that qualify. So instead of paying someone else's mortgage, let's pay yours and start building your generational wealth.
I don't want to be the numbers girl the whole time, but they talk about long-term wealth. So if you took a person who has owned and looked at their long-term wealth versus a person that's renting and look at their long-term wealth, it's about $4,000 for renters.
Right.
For owners, it's about $184,000.
And that's on average in America.
Yeah.
So Los Angeles would probably be even higher.
Yeah, much
because,
higher.
Yeah, our property
And
value.
if you think about it too, you guys, any truly wealthy person never got there just by a career. right? You
Yeah.
know that they have many different properties, and every single person started with one.
Yes.
Every single one of those wealthy people started with one property and capitalized on that to really then truly grow their wealth and financial stability.
So before you sign that lease renewal, give us a call, contact us, DM us, text us,
Email, whatever's your best.
and let's figure out the
form.
numbers.
Yeah.
The other thing that you can do also is send us your rent right now, whether it's $2,500 a month, $2,800, $3,000, whatever it
32.
is. Send it to us, and we will find you a home for that exact same amount in LA County.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
We can do it.
So before you sign that lease or you keep paying someone else's mortgage, give us a call.
Yes.
And
See you next
That's
time.
it.
And until then, enjoy your
Happy
holiday
holidays.
festivities. Bye, guys.
Bye.